Motorsports brings you the Ricmotech Sportscar Series, brought to you by Ricmotech, high-performance sim racing equipment, and in part by TD's Tree Service. Live coverage coming your way right now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. It's the Extreme Motorsports Ricmotech Sportscar Series, brought to you in part by TD's Tree Service. I said good evening. It's good morning to all our European viewers as well in the early hours, and good evening to all our American viewers as well for the for round 2 of the season on the Sebring International Raceway in the United States. Andrew Woodhouse alongside Adam Bath and iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson. And Alex, we spoke to you when we did the BSR Formula Renault last week here, and you did say that you did like this track quite a lot. What's it going to be like for these guys out here in the Mustangs and in the Mazdas?
Yeah, I love this circuit. Great place. A lot of history here at Sebring, of course. Just great flow to this circuit, and I think guys are going to have a lot of fun here. Obviously, not going to be as affected by the bumps as what the tiny little nimble Formula Renault 2.0, of course, is. So these cars will eat up the bumps a little bit. More designed for this circuit, definitely. Going to be good racing throughout, though. The circuit itself obviously opens up to a lot of good overtaking, and I think the both the Mazda and the Mustang are going to be a lot of fun around here. And we're going to see some. We're going to see a really good race tonight. I'm sure of it.
Adam, this season kicked off in style. Season 7 of the Ricmotech Sportscar Series kicked off in style at the Daytona International Raceway in Florida last week. We stay in Florida this week. It was a cracking meeting, wasn't it? And certain drivers definitely got off on a great note here.
Yeah, brilliant start to the season for the likes of Russell Klassen, Brandon Whitworth, and Travis Schwenke and Richard Losper. Both of those guys all of those guys winning their individual classes, whether that be in the Mustangs, the Mazda MX-5s, and of course the 2 classes of racing we've got in the Pro and the Opens. Crash in qualifying,
and that's Clint Vigus.
And
coming a cropper at the exit of Sunset Bend.
Clint Vigus currently on pole position, but running through the championship standings quickly before we head over to our track guide for this race meeting. Russell Klassen leading the way in the GS Pro standings. He's leading the way from Tyler Shiflett, who is 6 points behind him. John Ehlers in 3rd, Mike Dam in 4th, Travis Davis 5th, with Pat Iannucci in 6th, Clint Vigus 7th, our current pole sitter in the Mustangs. Matthew Catila in 8th, Stephen Thomas 9th, and Leon Wright rounding out the top 10 there. The GS Open standings are headed by Brandon Whitworth on 25, Chad Osborne 3 points behind him in 2nd, Mike Burgett in 3rd, Robert Brist in 4th, Scott Brooks in 5th, and then 6th, Rick McClure, 7th, Tori Tesla, 8th, Jennifer McDonald, 9th, Aaron Grosskopf, and then Logan Mitchell rounding out the top 10 there. And then in the ST Pro, Travis Schwenke leading the way there. Trees Nice in 2nd, Rob Hartley in 3rd, Chris Henn 4th, and George Fike in 5th. And in the ST Open standings, we've got Richard Losper leading the way there, Edgar Sancinelli in 2nd, Tyler McFarlane in 3rd, Mike Taylor 4th. Rounding out the top 5 in the ST Open standings, it is Matthew Felsenbach.
All right then. So just before qualifying finishes, we do have a track guide for you, and you're about to see exactly how to tackle this Sebring International Circuit. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Welcome, everyone, to Sebring, Florida, here at Sebring International Raceway. Great to have you with us today. We're going to do a track guide around the course, this 3.75 mile road course. This track was originally built back in the late 1940s, post-war. There was a gentleman that was an aeronautical engineer here at Hendricks Army Airfield, and he decided he wanted to hold a sports car event here, something similar to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. He decided to hold the event on New Year's Eve in 1950. The first event was the 6 Hours of Sebring. 2 years later, the 12 Hours of Sebring was born. As we approach Sunset Bend here, this is the final turn on the course. We're going to come out of here and take you to the stripe, and we'll get this lap underway for you. It's a very fast exit here. We'll talk more about that when we come around on the next lap. Coming down to the start-finish line, front straight here at Sebring International Raceway. Pits are to your right. We're going to come in here wide into turn one. This is a third gear corner in the Mustang. Going to roll that center, look for that blind side of exit, get right up through the gears here. This takes us down into this little turn two kink to the right, into third, and into second. This is a very complex section right here. Coming through, you gotta hug those apexes, come in wide here, allow the car to roll, let the nose set down nice to get that good launch up off the exit. Coming around Big Bend here, this is turn 6. Very fast corner, drivers love coming off this turn and down into this very, very difficult, tight hairpin. Getting down through the gears into third, back down into second here. Tight, tight, tight rotation. You want to get that car straight back out so you get a good straight launch out into turn 8 here and up into turn 9. Another fast section coming off that hairpin. You will see overtaking opportunities here. Coming down into turn 10, Cunningham corner, back down through the gears. Another tight right. Again, change in track surface as we've got a combination of asphalt and concrete. Old runway here that this track has been built on over the years and expanded to. Coming down into Tower Corner here, this is turn 13. You want to get a good, nice launch off the exit there because this is taking us to the fast section, the complex of 14 through 16. Drivers will be wide open through here. Won't see a whole lot of overtaking opportunity, but you got to be quick, and you'll see why in a moment. Coming into 14, quick right, back to the left, pedal to the floor, lift, trail brake, off the brake, down into Ulman straight. You want to get a good fast run off this corner because this is where you can get a little bit of draft help and hopefully slipstream the driver in front of you. Heading down to the final corner here, which is turn 17, known as Sunset Bend. As you can see, that sun is glaring late afternoon here right through our windshield. Coming down into the corner, into third gear, wide apex entry. This is a closing radius corner. Let it wrap around, get a good straight launch off, take this thing right to the outside up through the gears. Get a good straight speed launch to the start-finish line. There you go. There's your track guide lap from Sebring, Florida, Sebring International Raceway.
Thanks for that great track guide, giving us some great insight into how to negotiate this Sebring International Raceway. You're watching the Extreme Motorsports Ricmotech Sportscar Series here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. Right, Adam, qualifying is over. So if you could take us through the starting grid for round 2 of season 7.
Okay, so this is what the starting grid's going to be looking like here then for the second race of the day. 60-minute race this week compared to the 90-minute one we're having at Daytona. Clint Viger starting on the pole position after being 7th fastest in practice. He's able to improve his time by a good second and is starting on the pole position. Second, Tyler Shiflett. Third, Mike Dam. Fourth, Travis Davis. David Jacques starting in 5th. Pasquale Iannucci starting in 6th place. 7th for Kevin Ford. 8th, Matthew Katila. 9th, Stephen Thomas, and 10th, Brandon Whitworth. 11th, Jeff Jacobs. 12th, Russell Ruddock. 13th for Chad Osborne. 14th, Michael Burgett. Leon Wright in 15th. 16th for Raymond Bader Jr. 17th for Jennifer McDonald. 18th, Scott Brooks. 19th, Tori Tesla. And 20th, Logan Mitchell. 21st for Chad McDonald. 22nd, Robert Brist. 23rd for Ryan Tibbetts. And then we've got the first of the Mazda MX-5s in Rob Hartley. Then 25th place is Richard McClaw in his Mustang. Second in the Mazda MX-5s, we've got Travis Schwenke. Then third is Giuseppe Iannucci. Tyler McFarlane in 4th. 5th, John Allen. 6th, Richard Losber. 7th, David Payton. 8th for Christopher Henn. Then 9th, Dries Nice. Scott Kennedy in 10th. George Fike 11th. 12th, Chris Torment. 13th for Mike Taylor. Then we've got the 25th place car in the Mustangs in Aaron Grosskopf. Then 14th place in the Mazda MX-5s, it's Daniel Kruger. Then Edgar Sanchinelli in 15th, 16th Michael Key. And then starting in 42nd place, the last of the Mustangs and the last of the cars altogether, it is James Gonnier.
Very much, Adam. Another big grid here on Apex Racing TV. 42 cars. Alex, what are you going to look for on the opening lap in both categories here?
Yeah, I think, well, the important thing is that get a good start. Obviously, turn one's not too bad. It closes down on the exit there. Hoping the rolling start will just keep them a little bit separated. But really, it's sort of that turn 2, 3, 4 complex that's going to be very interesting. That's usually where an accident will happen if we see one. So let's keep an eye out around those areas. And of course, it gets really narrow when we go down and into the hairpin as well. So first real major braking of the lap, so keep an eye out for that one. Could be could see a few people try and go for a move nice and early down there, but it's very easy to get wrong as well. So
it is. We saw a few cars in the BSR Formula Renault coming a cropper at that hairpin just last Tuesday. Speaking of which, on Apex Racing TV coming up later tonight. In the evening at about 8 o'clock, we've got BSR Formula Renault, and that is from
Zolder.
From this Montreal, is it? Zolder, sorry,
Zolder.
Yep. It's on Zolder. So, join us for that one later on.
The race for $35,000 worth of prize continues.
It does indeed, and some great prizes up for grabs. Drivers, of course, can win those prizes by picking up as much points as possible. Many points as possible. Sorry, it's 2 a.m. Grammar's failing slightly. Bit more than normal. But yeah, the Ricmotech Sportscar Series, we're really looking forward to this. We had a fantastic meeting last week. We absolutely loved covering this league, even at stupid o'clock in the morning. And I'm really excited to see exactly what we can get here this week.
Of course, we saw really everything in the first race meeting of the season. We had a great race there under the lights of Daytona. We even saw a safety car as well for a minor collision. And we should only see one stop in this 60-minute race. We should just reiterate, we've got some nice info sent over from the organisers. These one-stop races will be, or in these 60-minute races, we'll have one stop, and then in the hour-and-a-half races that we'll be having 2 more times this season, one at the midway point and one at Spa, and then one later on in the season at Le Mans. There will be 2 pit stops during that period. And also, the driver that qualifies on pole position, so that is Clint Vigus, he'll be getting 1 bonus point, and the same for Rob Hartley in his Mazda MX-5. And whoever leads a lap at any point during the race today, they'll be getting a bonus point as well. And the driver that leads the most lap in both classes will be getting a bonus point to their name as well.
Just waiting for Clint to make his way to the grid. There's just 2 drivers left, and our pole sitter is one of them that hasn't made his way out there. So let's hope there's no issues. Ah, there he is. Pops in just as we were talking about him.
Here's Clint Vigus. Incidentally, last week's winner, Russell Klassen, not competing tonight, and neither is John Ellers, who finished 3rd, last week in the Mustang category, in the GS class. In the ST class, pretty much everybody is there who took part last week. So 2 different dynamics there, of course. Pace car sets off on its full lap. It will be a full lap here, and got to keep the tyres cool. Now, Alex, you've done a fair few rolling starts, of course, former IndyCar Series champion, and the key to a good one.
Well, if you're at the front, obviously you've got control depending on the rules within the series. I think the important thing is you just don't worry about what other people are doing. You just focus on your own start. Get yourself in the right position, and if you have to wait for the green, well, you go on the green. You don't worry what the people are doing around you. And if you can control it from the front and go when you want, well, you can You can think about it a little bit, but again, I always just tend to worry about myself when I feel comfortable going. Tends to mean you get to that first corner first.
Pace car making its way towards the hairpin. And what you'll see if you're new to multi-class racing, if you're new to the Ricmotech Sportscar Series, welcome along everybody. Here on Apex Racing TV, Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath and Alex Simpson with you. What you will see is the classes split up. A little bit of a gap between the two, maybe about 5 seconds, maybe about 10 seconds. And Adam, what that does, of course, is it means that the faster drivers at the front of the ST class aren't caught up with the slower GS class cars.
Yeah, it's a good thing, really. We were saying before we went on air that maybe these classes are probably just close enough that we could start them together, but it stops really the Mazda MX-5s possibly getting a good run through the final corner and causing a whole load of issues for these Mustang drivers. So it's a good rule, I think, and it should promote some clean racing through the first few corners, which obviously we didn't get in race 4 in the Formula Renaults last week.
And definitely the slower Mustangs. It prevents them causing trouble for, of course, the leaders in the Mazda category, as we've seen many times. Alex, nothing worse than a slow, fast car when you're leading the second category.
Yeah, no, very true. You know, that's the worst, because typically as well, if that's the case, you're going to be quicker than them through the corners, but slower down the straight. So actually overtaking is going to be very, very difficult. That can cause the whole field to bunch back up behind as well. So good to see my rough is out there in first gear screaming it's not off again. So
yeah.
Absolutely going for it. I'm not sure who the pace car driver is, but yeah.
Obviously he learnt in an automatic.
I was about to say, yeah, he's not used to driving a stick, is he? I'm on flappy paddles, mate. You're alright, do it.
Where's the stick? You could be saying.
Down the back straight, yeah. Driver's misplaced his gearbox.
Or his arms.
Or his arms. Yeah, that's more likely. Down the back straight we go then. And the drivers will make their way into Sunset Bend behind this pace car. Go through this long right-hander. And the iRacing pace car, the rough, will come into the pits. Any moment now, we're going to be green here. Sebring. Here we go then. Pace car is in.
Green, green, green.
And round 2 of the Extreme Motorsports Ricmotech Sportscar Series is underway, and we might be 3 wide into the first corner. Clint Vigus did not really get a good jump. Mike Dam on the inside. Mike Dam's going to go through into the lead.
Vigus is going to lose that big time, isn't he?
Shiflett is all the way around the outside, as is, I think that's Travis Davis.
Yes, you're right.
Last champion is through. He's up
Up
into
into
second place. He's
second.
actually got ahead of Mike Dam.
But damn, he will have the inside for the first corner. Already lost the lead there, and Tyler Shiflett
Have a
leaving.
look.
What's going on in the MX-5s?
Let's have a look at the MX-5s then.
Here they go.
They're going to go green any second now. Rob Hartley's going to bring us to the green. Hartley got a reasonable jump. Slipstream in these Mazda MX-5s is quite high. Oh, there's a lot of positions changing now in the Mustangs, as we see the Mazda's heading through sector 1. It's a good start by Rob Hartley. Then it's Giuseppe Iannucci, who's got ahead of Travis Frenke. Then John Allen, Tyler McFarlane in 5th.
Vigus down to 4th place now, so he's already lost another position in the early going. Mike Dam getting through, Davis and Shiflett all now 1, 2, 3. If you're following our live timing, I can definitely tell you that Clint Vigus has not gained 30 positions since the start, but yeah, he's down 3 positions to 4th place. Iannucci in 5th, 6th is David Jacques, who's down a position already. Matthew Catila at 1 position, Brandon Whitworth in 8th, already up 2. Stephen Thomas remains in 9th, and Russell Ruddock already up 2 positions. He's rounding out the top 10.
This is a great section leading onto the back straight. Really, really fast and flowing. These Mustangs very, very close together. Let's have a look and see if Mike Dam can make a move on Travis Davis. Davis, who didn't qualify particularly well last week, raced pretty well.
These heavy cars nicely suited to the final corner here. They ride the bumps relatively well as we come across the line. First lap in the books.
Probably pound the track flat through there, Alex. These Mustangs are so heavy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Now you've got some of the.
Oh, sorry, Schiffler running wide through the first corner, putting himself
Aaron
under a bit of pressure.
Groskopf has all sorts of trouble. Going very, very slowly down the main straight. I think he's back going again. He might have had a slowdown or something. I'm not sure. He was very slow coming out the last few corners.
Have a little look at that, see what happened.
Don't see how it could have been a slowdown really for that final corner. Very odd there for Groskopf. Maybe he had a problem in the car where he's racing at the moment. But yeah, he's down in 26th place. That's only a position lower than where he was to start with anyway. So he might be able to gain a few positions back during the next 56 minutes of the race.
I'm guessing he had a slowdown earlier on in the lap and then had to serve it before he reached the start-finish line, or he would have had a penalty. Just jumped on board. Iannucci was trying to look around the outside of Sunset Bend on Hartley in the MX-5s, but that didn't happen there. So right, back to live action.
I've had a crash, or I've had a spin. Oh, I've had a crash in the hairpin at the end of the back straight. Chad McDonald and Richard McClure. McClure getting into Chad McDonald. But McClure was involved in a bit of contact at Daytona as well last week. And yeah, McDonald now facing the wrong way. Has got going again.
Oh, wow.
He's now in 24th place.
Great move at the hairpin. Scott Kennedy taking Drees Nice. And that's for 35th place.
Take a little look at it back.
Cracking move it was. Down the inside. I don't know if it's actually Drees Nice actually attacking Scott Kennedy, but even if it was, Kennedy really kept his position very well.
Got Kennedy there in 9th place in the Mazda MX-5 category. Drees Nice in 10th.
Sebring circuit looking resplendent in this evening light. Absolutely beautiful out there. Fastest lap of the race by Tyler Shiflett. Race leader.
And quickly beaten by... Oh no, Travis Davis has set the fastest lap. However, Tyler Shiflett's time invalidated due to an off-track that he might have had earlier in the lap, as Shiflett gets very slidey there through the quick complex of corners. And now here comes Mike Dam. He might fancy his chances of taking second place away from Travis Davis here.
Alex, Shiflett cannot open the door one bit, can he? Because they'll be straight through. Might be 2 or 3 of them through if he does.
Yeah, that's it. We know. I've enjoyed this car a little bit last season for that commentators race. You know, we know this car does give quite a draft as well. So as good as qualifying has been for these guys, I think the pack's going to stay quite bunched up here for a little bit. But yeah, we seem to be losing Aaron as well. More issues for him. Yeah, so not sure quite what's going on there, but race is going from bad to worse at the moment.
So at the front of the Mustangs then, it's Shiflett from Davis, from Dam and Vigas. Iannucci, Jack, Catila and Whitworth.
Shiflett nearly losing the car there on the exit of the 90-degree right-hander. Had to keep it in, keep the gas going there, and he was able to pull the car back around. Still maintains his lead, but a momentary lapse of concentration and a big scare there for our race leader.
Yeah, it was, and you really can't sort of let your guard down with this Mustang, even with the Mazda MX-5 as well, as we see Depi Iannucci really monstering Robert Hartley now. They find it difficult to get through though.
Going to stay with the Mustangs just for the moment as well. TD looking like he's got a bit of a run. Just a bit too far back for a move in Sunset this time, but let's see if he can nail this and get the run into turn 1. Of course, had a good drive last week. Had that spin, didn't he, earlier on, and had to really fight back through the field. And slowly got himself there, but towards the end of the race, he had a real good shot. And it's actually Mike Dam who may be having a little look. Just pokes his nose out for a second, but thinks better of it.
Finished 5th last week, Travis Davis. He might be able to have a look here.
Got Tyler Schiffler on the defensive, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has. He's got him on the run a bit. But you can't really overtake here once you get past turn 2. Single file for the next couple of corners. Now towards the hairpin we're going to go. Fairly long straightaway section for these Mustangs.
Fastest lap out of this lead quartet was Clint Vigas last time around, 2:19.101.
Very quick time that.
Oh, he has a little look, doesn't he? Travis Davis into the hairpin. You've got to really trust the car in front to hit their braking point, otherwise you could go straight into the back of them. You're racing that close.
Leon Wright had a very, very quick lap as well. He was almost matching the leader's pace down in 12th position.
Sorry guys, just to interrupt as well. I'm looking at 3rd place in the MX-5s. Good little
Frankie
battle here, 2nd and 3rd into turn 1.
John Allen going up the inside of Travis Frenkie. Frenkie goes wide. Oh, and Allen has to slot in there, and he does slot in quickly because Tyler McFarlane's there, and he might be able to make a move if he's not careful. Rob Hartley's dropped down the order, guys.
Yeah, down 3
positions.
positions.
The category, and we didn't see exactly what happened to him, but
Slow lap last time by.
That previous lap,
2:28. Yeah, so a couple of seconds, 2.5 seconds off. So maybe slow down or something like that.
I'm just going to have a quick look while you guys can follow the action, and I'll let you know.
It's at the front, the action. As TD's having a little look. It's on the inside.
Oh my word. Here comes
Dam as well, thinking about trying to follow him through.
Dam's going to try the inside, but he's boxed in really. Round the outside is going to go car 13, Tyler Schiffler. He's got the run out there, but I don't know whether he's got the grip. He's just going to understeer wide, isn't he? And he's going to lose out. He might get a good run on the exit though, but here we go, across the line. Travis Davis is our new race leader here. Tyler Schiffler now down to 3rd place behind Mike Dam. Vigas, don't rule him out of getting in the mix as well. Starting lap 5 of the race.
I think
you need to drop him back a bit
by the way. Sorry, Alex.
Yeah, no worries. I guess that was what happened. Just look at it. Just looked too obvious, like that 2.5 seconds. Just smack on. It just reeked of a slowdown. So easy to happen here at Sebring. Another good little battle going on further back between Scott Brooks and Logan Mitchell right now.
Yes, these two close together. Mitchell and Brooks.
The lead battle's being contested again, by the way. Mike Dam having a real effort here to get up the inside, but Davis twitches coming out of the hairpin.
There's a battle behind Brandon Whitworth and Matthew Katila. Katila's going to get a good run out of the exit of the hairpin, and they're going to go side by side down this quick section of the circuit for this fast left-hander, and now hard on the brakes. Looks like Katila might have the position here.
Katila versus Whitworth.
Oh, just to say that Whitworth gets it back.
Yeah, Whitworth decisive that time, and look at this. That Russell Ruddock having a look around the outside of Katila. He's going through, so he's made it. Katila goes down 2 positions. He might lose another one here. Stephen Thomas, he's having a look as well. We're getting patient, guys. It's a long race. It's a 1-hour race here at Sebring.
Might go for 2 positions here, Thomas. He's looking up the inside. Oh, just not able to get past Ruddock. He's had a good race so far at 4 positions.
Yeah, great race for Ruddock. Great place. Here's some of the drivers jockeying for position. Kevin Ford, Leon Wright, Jeff Jacobs, Michael Burgett. They're all there.
Oh, look at this as well. Down overall, sort of 31st, 32nd, and that's Nice and Patton here as well. And they were side by side. Scott Kennedy was in there too.
And Hen as well.
These guys fighting all over about 7th on back in the Mazda MX-5 category. Bit of a gap between those guys and then the next car up the road, which is Rob Hartley.
Yeah.
Chris Thorman as well. Looks like he's having some problems. Dropping down the order. Looks like he's going to go a lap down too.
Oh, battle between there was a battle between Iannucci and Jacques going into the first corner. It looks like it's settled down there. Mike Dam v Travis Davis though again, and it looks like Dam's taking the lead, and they're going to go side by side down the straights here. We might even try and make it 3 wide. That's not wide enough. Be careful there, Tyler Shiflett. And towards the hairpin we go.
Lot might end up in a heap soon.
Davis maintains the lead though, Dam up the inside. Shiflett might try and go around the outside. He will get the run on the exit, and he might have the position here. And here comes Vigus as well.
Oh, it's very close. 3 cars battling away. Second place here in the Ricmotech Sportscar Series. And Vigus is through.
The Dam shuffled out there, down to 4th place now. He had a chance to take the lead a few laps ago, and Travis Davis now sees his opportunity to make a breakaway here. He's got a 9/10 of a second advantage now over Tyler Shiflett in just the space of a third of a lap.
It is exactly what we were saying though, isn't it, Adam? That the fact that one car moves out of line and then 2 or 3 cars come through. Very, very easy to lose multiple places, we've seen.
Probably one of the main reasons how we get these packs forming in the Mustang, just losing a bit of time here and there, and all of a sudden you dropped from the car that you were battling with.
See it often. Mike Dam's trying to fight back on Clint Vigus.
Talking of fighting back, John Allen having a little look maybe into the hairpin. Ducks out from the slipstream, late on the brakes for Travis though. Trying to hold it round the outside, he's not going to manage to do it. Oh, that's so close. Allen thinks he's going to have the best of the run, moves himself to the lead.
Off the lead in 2 classes then. John Allen versus Travis Schwenke, one of the winners last time out at Daytona in the Mazda MX-5s. Now into the right-hander they go. Who's going to have the position here? Allen up the inside, and he takes the lead away from Travis Schwenke. Third is Giuseppe Iannucci, he's very close.
That was a great move by John Allen. Was really decisive that time and didn't flinch when Travis Schwenke was fighting back side by side.
Massively sideways there as well, Allen, so he's on the edge, he's pushing hard.
Got Iannucci's battling once again for the lead in both classes. You've got Giuseppe here in the Mazda MX-5s. He's currently in 3rd place, up 3 positions for him so far today. And Pasquale Iannucci in the Mustangs, he's in currently 5th place as well. So heading down the back straight then towards this final corner, Sunset Bend. And I tell you what, Alex, it looks like that John Allen might have his work cut out again here going into the final corner.
Yeah, I get the feeling once again these guys are going to be swapping and changing position all race long. It's a little group, great little battle last time. Going to be at it again. Close again at the front of the Mustang class.
Once again, Travis Davis holding his own here against Tyler Shiflett in 2nd place. Last time around it was Travis Davis that was the quickest out of these guys. Of course, the guys behind Shiflett, Vigus and Dan were all battling over their various positions. But now Shiflett wants that lead back. He had led the first few laps earlier on, collected that bonus point for leading a lap. And at the moment he probably will be collecting the other bonus point for leading the most laps as well. And he wants to take that lead back away from Travis Davis as we go onto this long back straight towards Sunset Bend. A good opportunity to do some slipstreaming in these Mustangs, Alex.
Yeah, I was looking at the time they were closing up. It looks like it's about 0.2 of a second down there. So you've got to be right on the tail if you're going to pull a move off into Sunset. But what the driver seems to be doing is lining something up more for a move into turn 1, as we see Davis gets a good exit, but still Tyler just 0.2 of a second behind. Doesn't really stay in the slipstream though, so perhaps not looking at a move this time.
Turn 1 they go, no way through just yet. Last time around Travis Davis did a 2:20.2, 2:19.7 for Shiflett and a 2:19.6 for Vigus, 2:19.4 though for Dam, so he was the quickest out of the top 4 again. As Tyler Shiflett harassing the back of Travis Davis's car there. And he has a little look at the inside as Travis Davis decides to go for a late entry into this left-hander, which goes onto the back straight. And just in front of those guys, James Gonier and Aaron Grosskopf having to exchange positions there. But here comes Tyler Schiffler then trying to look at the inside into the hairpin. And here comes Vigus up the inside, coming from nowhere, but just not able to get the move done either.
Schiffler did his personal best lap on the last lap, but that didn't prevent him from staying in second place. Mike Dam's definitely trying hard. 2:19.4. Did go off the track as well at some point in the last lap.
Not too long before these Mustangs start to lap traffic. They've first got to deal with these slow Mustangs. You've got Aaron Groscroft, who was in the pits earlier, and as well James Gonnier. Travis Davis trying to go around the outside. He's trying his best, Aaron, to not get involved in any of the battle. They all starting to get out of shape here. And here comes Vigus. He's trying to get past Shiflett going through this fast section of the circuit. Around the outside he's going. Up the inside goes Vigus into this right-hander. And all this is doing, Alex, is just losing time to Davis here. He's starting to pull it away again.
Yeah, they did this a few laps back, didn't they? And got in amongst it with themselves. And Travis managed to pull about a second away, but they managed to reel him back in. Vigus thinking about a move, goes one way. Looks like gets a little bit defensive, covers the inside.
The top speeds, they're reaching about 206, 207 kilometers per hour here going into the Sunset Bend, the final corner on the circuit. And Travis Davis's lead's now about 1.1 seconds. So Tyler Schiffler, he's got to really get his head down and get back after the race leader. Travis Davis starting to work his way now through the Mazda MX-5s. They're just lapping Michael Key there in his MX-5. And just in front of him, he's got James Gonnier, who has been into the pits as well so far in this race.
Mike Dam closing right in on Vigus as well. He's definitely not out of it. He's arguably been the quickest man out there, Mike Dam, but he's just been shuffled around a little bit in this race.
Fastest in practice, Mike Dam.
A lot of other little battles going on out there as well. Brandon Whitworth and Stephen Thomas. They're pretty close, just a bit further back, as we can just see them now. Also back in the MX-5 class, the leads swapped around again. John Allen, who was leading the last time we checked in on them, back down to third place. So, yeah, pretty hard to keep up with the action at the minute, guys. They're chopping and changing all over the place. Further down in that class as well, Scott Kennedy and Christopher Henn having a reasonable little battle. They're tucked up behind Richard Losper as well.
Iannucci's right with Travis Svenke. Could be a move here for the lead.
Also,
Will be a move surely as the draft of the MX-5 comes into play, Adam.
Yeah, we cover the MX-5 so much here on Apex Racing TV, and this is the racing we always see. Positions changing constantly, and up the inside goes Iannucci. He's got the lead going into Sunset Bend, but will he lose it on the exit of the corner? He's not got the best entry into Sunset Bend, but I can tell you what, he has definitely got the lead now out of the final corner. He'll pick up that bonus point for leading a lap, and Giuseppe Iannucci, a gain of 5 positions so far for him, storming his way to the front inside 10 laps.
Yeah, I think it's a terrific race, Iannucci. There's Ford in the pits. That is Jennifer McDonald.
Yeah, she's been in the pits for a while, a good 11 minutes. George Fike also into the pits in the Mazda MX-5.
Maybe not a bad strategy to take this one stop earlier on, though. As Mike Dam on the inside of Vigus. They're lapping some traffic. Vigus is very deep into Sunset Bend. Dam's on the inside. Vigus trying to run it all the way around the outside. Can be a little bit bumpy out there, though. He can get a bit of understeer on the marbles. Dam is going to get the slipstream off of Shiflett. And Mike Dam's through, so that was taking advantage well, Alex, of the slight mistake from Vigus.
Yeah, just I think he needs to take every opportunity he can get, Dam.
Hey up.
Like you say, he's quick. I think he's got the opportunity to get by, but Davis, 3 seconds up the road now in just what was a couple of laps. So these guys, all this battling is really letting Davis just disappear up the road at the moment. So
Davis has also had the advantage of possibly being a single car trying to get through the traffic, as Mike Dam can't find a way through. It looked like Shiflett was just going to defend into the hairpin. Didn't need to in the end. Good work by Tyler Shiflett.
You can see how much time they're losing though to the leader whilst they're battling. 220.3 by Travis Davis last time around. These three squabbling. They're doing 221s and 222s. So this is just allowing Davis to scamper away really. 2.8 seconds the gap now between first and second place. Tyler Shiflett won't be too happy with this, of course. That Ricky Bobby Talladega Night style livery on the front of his Mustang. And as the saying goes, if you ain't first, you're last. And he's currently in second place at the moment.
So he's last then.
Yeah.
By the whole logic there. Now,
Bake and bake.
There's a great. Oh, well, we'll have to see what's cooking. And Matthew Catilla is in 10th place. He's having a great battle with David Jacques, Leon Wright, and Jeff Jacobs in the immediate vicinity. It's also a great battle. Look how close Brandon Whitworth and Kevin Ford are. Ford appropriately driving the Mustang, unlike Ian Ford who does the V8s and races the Holden.
Such an irony there. Yeah, side by side down the back straight, two Mustangs battling away there.
Have a look at.
That is Catilla versus Jacques going into the final corner. Who's going to go up the inside there?
Oh.
That is David Jacques up the inside.
That's always a brave move. Alex, that was quite an impressive lunge there.
Yeah.
As he
yeah,
twitches through the exit of the corner, and he's got a bad run.
Yeah, good move. Let's hope he can hold on to it. Catilla having a look, already up the inside. And throw it
He should
into
have shut the
turn
door
one.
there, David Jacques. And on the outside, they keep it. It'll be very close because I think Catilla might just have the overlapping dozen. So he will have to settle for what is 11th.
David Jacques, the New Yorker, against Matthew Catilla, the man from Ohio.
They're closing in on Stephen Thomas and Kevin Ford again. Ford's taken well, he's not taken. He's fallen back from Whitworth, hasn't he? So, bit of an issue for Kevin Ford that time.
Only through some of the biggest
Look at this
movement.
lead battle in the Mazdas as well. There's 5 cars nose to tail. Iannucci, Svenke, Allen, McFarlane and Hartley.
Yeah, they're just going through the penultimate corner now onto the back straight towards Sunset Bend. Iannucci hasn't escaped at all from Travis Svenke and John Allen. How many cars we've got on this train? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to Rob Hartley in 5th place. And it's anyone's guess who's going to get the win in this category. I can tell you with 35 minutes to go. Still got the pit stops to negotiate, of course. I wonder if this quintet will all be together again after the pit stops.
We've got to negotiate the pit stops. We've got to negotiate the track and each other. That's the thing. Interesting lines to see the difference. Alex, what is the best line through there?
I don't really think there is a best line through there. So the track is obviously quite bumpy through there. So you can take so many different lines. You know, you can obviously go in a bit deep and come out the corner quite tight and get a good run that way, or you know, you can just run the car right around the inside and you cover less distance, so be slightly slower off the corner.
Yep.
So many different ways to take that, really, and it doesn't make a huge difference in the time that you gain or lose.
We're not really take the Alex Simpson Daytona line into that corner as wide as you can possibly get, and then swing back for a late apex.
Potentially.
Just looking at Scott Brooks disappearing off the timing screen as well, guys. So I'm not sure what's happened to him. I think he was suffering for a little while, but yeah, further down.
Yeah, like a stone now. We've got 2 cars in the Mustangs, possibly an early roll of the dice here by Pasquale Iannucci, who was up in 4th place at one point, and then Jeff Jacobs. They're both coming into the pits early.
Maybe not a bad idea, especially for Jacobs. He was at the back of quite a big train, so if he can get in, get his tyres and fuel, fresh set of boots, and he'll be on his way. Now, Tyler McFarlane's looking racy. Alex in 4th place, trying to get past John Allen, and Allen was leading. In fact, all this front 3 have led this race at some point, and Robert Hartley. So it's only Tyler McFarlane that's not led a lap so far. But the way he's driving, the way he's putting pressure on the cars in front, you wouldn't bet against him, Alex.
No, not at all. I mean, doing good, solid lap times at the moment. Really, this group has come together. I think, if anyone, he's looking like a little bit more feisty out there. So maybe we'll see a move. He's just 0.2 of a second going in towards sunset. Whole group all getting slipstream down there.
90 kilometers per hour these Mazda MX-5s are reaching going into the final corner.
Too bad that's one at what, 120 miles an hour, 125. Battle between Dries Nice, David Patton, Scott Kennedy, Christopher Hen, all coming through Sunset Bend. In fact, David is it Payton or Patton?
It is Payton. It is Payton. Yeah,
Payton, sorry. David Payton just taken Dries Nice into the final corner. And Dries Nice, we've seen him on Apex Racing TV quite a lot recently, and he's not going to take that line down, you wouldn't think.
Oh, pit stops beginning in the Mustangs. We've got quite a few guys in. We've got the lead 4 in Davis, Shiflett, Mike Dam and Clint Vigus all coming in. We're going to have a NASCAR-style race off pit road here.
We will. So who's going to execute well in the pit stops? Travis Davis, first man in. Oh
dear. Mike Dam,
was
bit of calamitous
very
entry.
close. Thought there was going to be a collision in the
overshot.
pit lane there.
Someone the guy at the front had overshot. That was our pole sitter, Clint Vigus.
Yep. And then somebody in the middle nearly hit the wall as he was pulling into his pit box. You don't have to be that close to the wall, gents.
Away goes
Travis
our leader.
Davis
Second,
away, but
Mike
Dam made up considerable time there in the pit lane. Definitely a good second or so he's gained, Mike Dam.
53 seconds.
And they've come out right in the middle of the scrap for the of a scrap in the MX-5s.
Oh, 3 cars battling away here. Mike Dam's going to be really annoyed because this is just going to allow Davis to pull away even more.
Richard Losper, Jody Fike, Mike Taylor, Daniel Kruger. Here comes Mike Dam. And here comes Tyler Shiflett trying to get second place back. He's just lost it. And all that hard work that Mike Dam did by making such a good pit stop just been eroded very, very quickly by the fact that just got a bit unlucky with the traffic. Just like that, it happened.
I can so easily, of course, switch around again.
Look at this lead battle again in the Mazda. Iannucci, Svenke, Allen, McFarlane, Hartley.
And into the pits goes John Allen.
And Hartley comes in as well. He reacted in time. The others could not.
Roll of the dice here, really. It is so close in these Mazda MX-5s. You can see on track they're so close together. This is not a bad call at all, pitting early here. Getting some clean tyres on, getting the fuel done, and then getting on your way, setting the quick lap times, and then you can hopefully jump the cars in front of you.
Yeah, you're definitely right there. And we've seen the undercut working very, very well in previous races, of course. And will it work again here?
Brandon Whitworth into the pits as well. Katila behind him,
you know
also in.
They look like they're coming out into some lovely clean air, John Allen and Rob Hartley.
We'll watch their progress closely. Yeah, Whitworth and Katila, they're in from 4th and 5th place now.
Dries Nice is in the pits as well from 31st.
Yeah, 9th place in class for Dries Nice. So we usually see him near the top in the BSR Mazda MX-5 Cup, not too far away from the front here.
So much for that clean air, Andrew. Sorry.
In the league.
Yeah, Alan. Got a bit of traffic actually. Back marker though, so should let him go.
Whitworth gets underway in 24 seconds. 22 second stop for Matthew Katila. They're just coming out of the pits now.
Does mean Katila has just gained a little bit of time, I think. And they are right with Jeff Jacobs. So Jacobs' undercut worked. He's at the back of that group, and now he's been able to get Katila. So we'll be happy with that, definitely. Logan Mitchell, we've lost him. Connection issues.
Yeah, he had to leave the session. He's back now. But yeah, that is a problem for him.
Retirements so far. Just one. Sorry, I think just one. Chris Thorman. Aaron Grosskopf's out there having all sorts of problems. His Mustang looks very damaged. Really beaten up.
Pit times, Andrew. Sorry, just as this was going on, and Mike Dam obviously made up all that time in the pit lane. 53.88 seconds compared to Travis Davis, 55.67. So that's that time that he made up. Even Tyler Shivlett was 54.98. So both drivers made up considerable time. Clint Vigas though,
102.
1 minute 2. So major problems there, and that's why we don't see him in that battle anymore.
Into the pits then come the cars that haven't pitted in the Mustangs. We've got Russell Ruddikin, Kevin Ford and Stephen Thomas. They're all coming into the pits for their stops now, and that pretty much completes matters in the Ford Mustangs. We've still got really the majority of the Mazda MX-5s to make their pit stop.
Brandon Whitworth still out there? Has he pitted yet?
Yes, he has. He's in about
Whitworth's
11th place now.
Oh, and he's going through the middle of two MX-5s right now. So parting of the seas right there.
Again, it's sort of we saw it in the Club 73 Touring Car Championship the other day as well. It's very difficult for the faster class car to go through, and also very difficult for the slower class car to let the other cars through effectively while having their own battles.
They've got to make sure they stay on the racing line. Me and Alex saw in the IMSA series at Watkins Glen some questionable driving from the Daytona prototypes when lapping some traffic.
Well, that sounds like Daytona prototype drivers, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
You get those mixed up with the HPD drivers. I don't think the prototype drivers are actually that bad.
Well,
HPD ones, they're awful.
Adam's got a Le Mans race that will say otherwise.
Well, the Watkins Glen race, I think I said the few drivers got DP'd at one point.
Got a battle going on here as well.
I'm not sure that's PG, but there you go.
Yeah.
Stephen Thomas side by side with David Jacks. And Kevin Ford just behind him as well.
And it is just behind. Jack's up the inside into the hairpin. He can't do it. Thomas around the outside.
Oh, gets a wiggle off the hairpin there as well, but keeps the car underneath him.
He's for 8th, 9th and 10th. Some good scraps there.
Oh, Vigas is through into second place. He's been able to get past Shiflett and Dam in the last few corners or so. I don't know what happened between those guys. Oh, there was a crash between them. That's what happened. Mike, they were lapping the Mazda MX-5s, Dam and Shiflett. They free into
Dam's got quite a bit of damage as well. Let me go back, see if I can find this incident. Pick it up. Here we go.
Grosskopf was lapping the Mazda of Dries Nice, and then he just takes out both of them.
Oh, so easily done.
And that is quite a bit of damage to Mike Dam's car. He's limping, trying to limp back to the pits here. He's going to lose a position, I think, to Russell Ruddick and Pasquale Iannucci in just a moment. Yeah, they're just going past him now down the back straight.
Very slow. I can hear some contact as well. I hear some clashing of metal. Don't know what that was.
Well, Clint Vigas isn't going to moan too much about that. Poor stop, but got himself back up into second place. So 8.8 seconds. Now we'll see what our pole sitter is all about. Will he be able to bang in these times and close in on Travis? Last lap caught up actually 0.8 of a second. So at that kind of pace, you have to say he might well be able to get there in 23.5 minutes.
Like dropping down to 12th place now. Matthew Katila's made a second visit to the pits. Problem for him might be a speeding issue in the pits possibly. We're still with 23 minutes.
No fast repairs, Adam, either.
Yeah. Oh, that is a problem for him. Yeah.
So Mike Dam's just going to have to creep this around, I think.
We're still waiting with 23 minutes to go on the clock here for the top four in the Mazda MX-5s to come in. Iannucci, Schwenke, Payton and Hen all staying out so far. 15 lap stint for those guys in this race so far.
Iannucci and Schwenke have been glued together since the very start of the race into Sunset Bend. See if any of them come in this time. This is lap 15.
See if Alan will be able to get them hidden, and in they come.
Oh yes, there was almost a fake pit there. Nicely done.
Right, where is Alan actually on the track? Because he was battling. He was in that lead top 5 when before the pit stops began. Whereabouts is he on track at the moment, John Allen? He's just heading down the back straight now towards Sunset Bend. He was a leader as well in the class at one point, so we watch this with intrigue. Same with Rob Hartley as well.
Around Sunset. How are these guys doing? Are they back underway? It looks like they
Iannucci's
are.
just left, yeah, 19.4 seconds.
I think they're going to be alright. I think they're going to hold on to this. Oh, I don't know, he's a long way down that pit lane, isn't he, at speed? Where's Alan? There he is. Oh, this is going to be close.
The pit lane line's just gone past him now, so he can go back up to racing speed, but he's got to take that wide line through the pit lane exit. Where is Alan? He is just there. It's going to be close, actually.
Oh.
It's just going to be Iannucci.
Iannucci then surviving that one.
Schwenke lost out big there. He's now behind Hartley and John Allen, so Schwenke down to about 4th place now in class. We make that 5th actually because Hartley's through.
Yeah, and Travis Schwenke slightly poor stop compared to some of the others. Let's have a quick look and just see exactly how long that was. It was
19.4 seconds
57,
for Iannucci.
57 seconds for Schwenke. The pit lane, Iannucci 53.6, John Allen 53 seconds.
And I can tell you the pit stop times. Iannucci was 19.4, Schwenke was a 22.6. So that is a time difference lost there in the box between those guys, and you can tell that cost you 2 positions there, Mr. Schwenke.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that.
With 20 minutes to go, we can tell you some of the biggest movers in the field. Russell Ruddock up 8 positions. He's currently in 4th. Leon Wright up 9. He's in 6th place in the Ford Mustangs. Richard McClure up 8 positions in his Ford Mustang. Christopher Henn, he's yet to make a pit stop yet in the Mazda MX-5s. He's up 14 positions. And the biggest loser, really, Mike Dam, down 10 positions after that contact, which isn't really of his own doing in the hairpin earlier. He's down in 13th place now.
Car still doesn't look good as well. So 20 minutes he's got to survive out there. Not sure he's going to do that.
12 seconds off the pace, Alex, as well.
Yeah, that's a shame for him. He's having a good race out there.
Got to try and get to the end now, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly. It'll still get some points, of course. But yeah, it's just racing, isn't it? Sometimes, you know, these things just happen. Very similar instance to what had occurred in the BSR Renault series here just a week ago.
Look at this traffic jam on the back straight.
Yeah.
And it's involving Kevin
Into pits.
Ford,
Sorry.
David Jack.
Yeah, our last MX-5 man into the pits, Christopher Henn. That could be interesting, actually, because he was moving amongst those guys as well. He's just getting down the pit lane now. Where's Iannucci? Oh, he's just gone through the first corner now, so... however, battle for the leaders on in that class, because you can see how close John Allen is. And Allen, he has got the fresh... Oh, no, he's been on his stint for 4 laps. This is just the start of Iannucci's second stint, so the tyres might be slightly warmer. Allen might be more slightly in the groove at this stage of the race. We might try and put Iannucci under some pressure now.
He was going to have a look there, Adam, but just decided not to. Giuseppe Iannucci's led the most laps so far. He'll get a point for that as well. He'll be looking to carry on leading the most laps too. John Allen, very close to him really. Looks like the quicker man slightly, but unable to get through. You can see who else is lurking just behind them as well. Rob Hartley. He's in 3rd place, the man who started at the front of this category. A good start, ended up dropping down.
Hartley's still in range though, isn't he? Only 1 second back from these guys. They have one little battle and he'll be all over him in just an instant. So, really good couple of corners for him there as well. Closed in 0.2 of a second. So, say that he's right there. And he wasn't the, not pole sitter for any old random reason. He's quick out there. He's showing it right now.
Got some great performances in the PSR Mazda MX-5 Cup. It was running well at Bathurst last Sunday. Sebring completely different. Wide open circuit, of course. No tight confines, no walls either side of you. And definitely not the same undulation. We're on an airfield here compared to the mountain of Bathurst in New South Wales.
Battle for 14th place. Oh, well, yes, it is between. It's now 13th as they've just taken Mike Dam, but Raymond Bader, Chad Osborne. Those two are battling hard. Not much between them.
Tell you what, as well, we've got a nice line of 5 Mustangs, make that even 6, down the back straight going into Sunset Bend here. Tyler Shiflett leading the way, clips the wall on the exit at the final corner. He's got Iannucci. Oh, dear me, nearly this is the car on the exit, and this might be Iannucci's opportunity to get the position down the front straight here. And Iannucci fancies 4th place, and he's got it.
He's got it, yep. Iannucci is through.
And Wright is through as well, so he's up into 5th.
Very, very close stuff here. Wright's going to have a go on Iannucci's belt.
Coming up to that poor Tyler McFarlane.
What happened to him?
He's in 5th place, but he's going to get freight trained by quite a few Mustangs here. And side-by-side Shiflett is going to get passed by Stephen Thomas. So Shiflett nursing some damage, it looks like, after that contact with Mike Dam earlier on. Possibly as well.
Yeah, no, that's definitely it.
One-time race leader, of course, in his number 13 Mustang.
How the tables can turn, isn't it? And a few laps. I think that's one of the things that we'll always love about motor racing, is that things can change in a heartbeat.
That's it, really. Nowhere else really can he be the cream of the crop, and then possibly the laughing stock of the field. I'm not saying anything about Tyler Shiflett, but just trying to show the polar opposites you can get in the world of motor racing.
It's really hero to zero stuff. Alex, what are you noticing out there, mate? Middle to the late stages of the race now.
Yeah, just still some good battles. Everyone being a little bit patient out there, I feel. But yeah, this little gaggle is going to start to have a bit of fun in a minute, I think. So keep an eye on that. And as for what's going on in the MX-5 as well, we're back to a 3-car battle up there. So that's going to be a good one.
Tell you what, those Mustangs are just about to lap this lead battle for the MX-5s, so this is definitely the place to be at the moment in terms of watching these battles. They're all negotiating some big names.
Travis Schwenke's got his hands full. A lot of Mustangs. Schwenke in 4th place.
Tell you what, those MX-5s look really fun to drive through that final corner. Wrestling with the car, edge of adhesion stuff with these leaders as they come across the line. MX-5's just starting lap 19 now.
I think pretty much everywhere we've been, the Mazda MX-5 has proven to be such a lively racing car, and this 2016 version, excellent, really. One of the best cars I think iRacing have ever done.
Oh, Leon Wright's about to lose a position. Up the inside goes Stephen Thomas. Oh, they're close. Side by side through this section you don't really want to do. Thomas should get the inside line, and yeah, that is him up into 5th place as Iannucci is getting closer and closer to these lead MX-5 cars. Hartley gets out the way, but is trying to get out the way, showing the inside line to Iannucci. And up the inside of Allen. This will disrupt Allen just a little bit, because there's now a car in between him and our race and our MX-5 leader in Giuseppe Iannucci. The two Iannucci's now together on track.
But here comes Hartley, Adam. Hartley might be able to get up the inside here. He might be able to go through.
On the outside, it will come the inside for the right-hander, and he should get it, yeah.
Now wheel to wheel, and this Mustang's being a little impatient.
That's a good move there. Oh no, it isn't. Oh no!
Oh no, off!
My
No,
word.
Spigus, is it?
That was Leon Wright.
Not Spigus, it's Leon Wright, sorry.
Oh dear. Oh, he was brave turning across there. Obviously heard clear.
Dear me. You've got to sort of see clear as well, haven't you?
John Allen really suffering now. He is suffering today as the Mustangs start to go by. He's just like, please let it end. There's like 6 Mustangs that are all trying to lap him, and you could just see Hartley and Iannucci just disappearing up the road.
No doubt they'll catch them in a more favourable position, at least from the point of view of John Allen. That's generally what happens to you if you've got a little bit of a piece of bad luck. You're watching the Extreme Motorsports Ricmotech Sportscar Series in partnership with TD's Tree Service here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live, of course. Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath and Alex Simpson with you from Sebring International Raceway in Florida. 51.5 minutes gone here.
And of course, this series sponsored by Ricmotech, your source for high-performance sim racing equipment. You can visit them at www.ricmotech.com.
Can indeed check out their products. Great products they've got. Now look at this. Is that Kevin Ford,
Hartley.
David Jacks,
Or Hartley now.
Brandon Whitworth, sorry, still battling away, still very close, still inseparable.
This is brilliant stuff here.
Oh, he's boxed in. He's
boxed in.
Going to be 3 wide down the straight.
There is definitely a size issue between the MX-5s and the Mustangs. There's up the inside.
It really is.
Trying to go up the inside of Kevin Ford is David Jacks.
Oh. And then Whitworth went wide. Jeff Jacobs is there as well. Made a good pit stop, had a good undercut there, but hasn't been able to maintain it. Down in 10th place, Jeff Jacobs. If there's any more battles in the MX-5s, we need to have a look at.
Giuseppe Iannucci now
it's
getting...
It's just the front battle, isn't it, really?
Oh, he was trying to get out of the way, Giuseppe Iannucci. Nearly went onto the grass there. And Brandon Whitworth and Jeff Jacobs.
Did he get hit?
I don't think he got hit, but he was very close going through the right-hander. And this is allowing Rob Hartley to get back into the mix. He's he's not too far away from Giuseppe Iannucci now, is he? Oh, dear me. He's all over the place there.
See what Hartley can do. Close, and don't forget about John Allen as well. Very close between Hartley and Tyler Shiflett now, who's in 11th place.
Yeah, and this is a clear example of how the traffic sorts itself out in the end. You saw how Iannucci had pulled away at the beginning, but then the other Mustangs had to get by him as well. And now Rob Hartley's right back with Iannucci again after all of those Mustangs have got by.
Tell you what, John Allen right with Robert Hartley at the minute.
Just got into 10 minutes to go then.
It looks like he's got a good run through Sunset Bend, Adam. He might be able to set him up over the start-finish line into turn 1. Maybe turn 2 might be a chance.
Yeah, battle over second place in class here. Hartley v Allen going into the first corner. Try and get a good run through here, which you can do. Oh, he's blinking away a little bit there, John Allen, but he's got a good run on the exit. He's really going to have to throw it up the inside here because these MX-5s, it is a very, very quick entry into the corner, and John Allen's going to have to set in second place. But look at the speed that Hartley's got on Giuseppe Iannucci. Iannucci losing a bit of time here in the opening sector of the lap.
Running out of time as well. Only about 5 minutes to go here. Sebring. Alex, what a great battle in this category.
This has been a fantastic battle all night. I said about 45 minutes left of this race to go that they were going to exchange position many times over, and yeah, I think we've got a few more left in this race as well. 8.5 minutes to go.
Oh, Kevin Ford v David Jackson up the inside into the right-hander. That is Ford with the very crumpled Mustang. Oh, David Jackson losing it on the exit. Right tag slapper there.
What he didn't need. Stalled his momentum somewhat.
Oh, he was at it again there. Putting on a show for us anyway.
These two have changed positions 3 or 4 times, I think. Ford and Jacks. Jack round the outside. Ford. Now Now it becomes the outside for him.
And this is just allowing, look,
Still wheel to wheel.
You can see Brandon Whitworth and Jeff Jacobs, they're fancying a piece of the action now as well, and it's all of a sudden a 4-car train, just like that.
Yeah, Tyler Shiflett only 2 seconds behind this group as well, so coming down the back straight. What may be the penultimate time, actually.
Oh,
Not
no,
entirely sure how long's left, Alex, there.
7:30, we've got a few laps left yet.
They're flying to Sunset Bend.
And all of a sudden it's become a 4-car train in the Mazda MX-5s again. They're all stuck behind this Mustang of Michael Burgett, which is rather strange to see. But yeah, we've got 4 MX-5s in the line again.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about this at the start of the race, didn't it? There was this might just happen, you know, if someone's got some issues, just not quite quick enough, you know, the car will pull away on the straights, but through the corners, just going to hold them up.
Running out wide there through the first corner was Giuseppe Iannucci. He's going to have to soak up some pressure for the rest of the race. These MX-5s do lap times of 2:25s or so. Got just over 6.5 minutes left on the clock, so not too many laps left here in the Ricmotech Sportscar Series at Sebring.
Not many at all. We're in for a thrilling climax, I'm sure. In 2 great battles. We've seen several great battles in 2 excellent categories. Not over yet.
Pro and the Open as well. Adam,
Is
I wonder
that?
if you can just scan through and just give us a quick rundown of where the top Open guys are as well.
I'll do that just for you now, momentarily.
Oh, as Iannucci just runs a little bit wide, gets away with it. Has to go very defensive now. Hartley, looking like he was trying to line something up, backs out of it. Instantly comes under attack from Alan behind him as well.
And yeah, we've just not too long to go. Battle's continuing on here. Iannucci just holding on ahead of Rob Hartley going through this right-hander. Very close indeed, and now we're heading on to the back straights. Hartley will try and get the best run he can, car free. And we're heading down the straight now. See what speeds they can reach. Hartley trying to not duck out the slipstream to the very last moment. He has done now. Hartley going for the race lead here in the Mazda MX-5s. Up the inside he's going to go into Sunset Bend. Does Giuseppe Iannucci have an answer for him here? He's going to try and go around the outside and try and get the run. Look at him sliding his way through the right-hander. And now onto the front straight. John Allen fancies his chances and they go extremely wide on the exit. And there we go, change for the lead in the Mazda MX-5s. Rob Hartley back to the lead. He'll get that bonus point for leading a lap. Back where he started, yeah.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3 more laps of this race to go. Depends where the leader is. And that counter hits 0. Let's check in with Mr. TD himself. We haven't seen too much of him after he scampered away at the front. Yeah, been pretty solid drive, guys. Don't want to curse him or anything like that, but got to the lead, and no one really got it back off of him, did they? They just kept fighting amongst themselves, closing back in, and then all of a sudden he just made that break.
Yeah, he's got things in hand at the moment. He is about a second slower than Travis Davis, but he's got enough in check for him to take it relatively easy. The gap's 7 seconds between him and Clint Vigus, our pole sitter.
Has it changed again between Alan and Iannucci, or am I just imagining things there?
It's Hartley, then Iannucci, and then Alan in third. So Alan hasn't been able to get past Iannucci just yet. Hartley trying to get a bit of a gap.
Very close.
Since he's taken the lead.
A couple of tenths behind him. Not long to go now, Alex. What do you think? Have we got 1 more lap left?
Yeah, where is Travis?
He's just coming to the final corner, so we're about to start the penultimate lap.
So yeah, there's going to be, we could definitely have 2 more, so he'll get the white flag the next lap it will be.
He's starting lap 25 then of 26. Richard McClure is out of the race. Problems for him, he's just gone back to the pits and has exited the session, so Problems for Richard McLaurin, the second race of the season here at Sebring. All eyes on that Mazda MX-5 battle again then. Allen out of the penultimate corner towards Sunset Bend. You can see that Giuseppe Iannucci moving over to the right-hand side to try and pick something off the rear of Rob Hartley, who's just a bit up the road. And watch out for Travis Schwenke. He's looking to the inside going into Sunset Bend. On the inside he goes. And he is through. So that is Travis Schwenke back into the podium positions. And just when it looked like, Alex, that John Allen was shaping up to take second place away from Giuseppe Iannucci, he's now lost third place to Travis Schwenke. I think it really sums up what happens in the Mazda MX-5 racing.
Yeah, he didn't get a very good run, did he, off of the, coming onto that back straight there, so... And, just got past quite easily, really. Every other one we've seen has been sort of going into the corner, but, Schwenke able just to get straight by.
Story of this class, really. It's all about, story of this car, I should say. It's really all about the momentum. And if you lose it anywhere on the track, especially out of some of the critical points on the circuit, you really do suffer. And John Allen, who could have the pace to be leading the category for all we know, is now facing a race without being on the podium here for John Allen.
We've had so many different combinations of leaders and podium finishers in this MX-5 category so far. Pretty much everybody's led the race at some point. Pretty much everybody's been in any of the top 4 positions at any point, and it really is a great advert for this series, a great advert for iRacing. Fantastic advert for this car as well, the Mazda MX-5, here in the Ricmotech Sportscar Series on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. We're into the closing stages then now. Travis Davis leading in the Mustangs. Then you've got Robert Hartley in the Mazdas.
Travis Davis just going through the final corner. Battle between Michael Burgett and Tyler Shiflett. That's just been a change of position, actually. Michael Burgett getting through and up into what is now 11th place. Tyler Shiflett down to 12th.
Shiflett has that horrible damage on his car as well, on the left rear. Really can't be helping him. Poor old Mike Dams down in 16th place. He's still going. Just about on the lead lap.
Such a shame for all these guys. They were top 3 contenders, top 4 contenders, and now Shiflett outside the top 10 in 12th. Mike Dam down in 16th place. The only one to survive, really. Clint Vigas, he's in 2nd.
Everybody's taking it easy now, really, aren't they? Vigas is pretty much on his own. I think we need to focus in on the battle in the MX-5 category. Don't think Iannucci has anything for Hartley, but I could be wrong. He is closing in on him slightly. Let's have a look at the lap times then. Hartley 2:25.743. Giuseppe Iannucci 2:25.744.
White flag is out as well, guys.
So he's not closing on him. He was 1,000th of a second slow. White flag is out for Travis Davis.
Oh, we've got and also at the same time a battle between Kevin Ford and Leon Wright. That is right through past. That is Ford, sorry, through past Wright. And also Pasquale Iannucci's got Stephen Thomas for company. It's all happening here on the final lap in the Mustang category.
And
Jeff Thomas and Brandon Whitworth as well. They're continuing their battle. Those guys have been inseparable all race.
what a great battle that's been. Ford and Jack and Whitworth and Jacobs, they've all been so close together. Might still be a change at the end here.
Here we go
the
then.
back straight then goes Travis Davis. He finished 5th last week. Qualified 4th here today. He has led pretty much since after the first round of pit stops.
Ah, poor Leon Wright's out of fuel.
To the final corner for Travis Davis. It's going to come through. He's going to take the victory at Sebring. Leon Wright is out of fuel, is he? He is.
He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it.
I don't think he's going to get back to the pits. A little bit of fuel left.
Oh, no chance, not from there. What's going on in the
forward.
MX-5s?
Hartley's just coming through now. He's about to get past Leon Wright, who's coughing and spluttering his way to the end. Going to be tough for him to get there.
Might still have a tiny bit of fuel remaining. He might be able to make it. I'm not sure.
Sorry, Iannucci made a big mistake there. He almost put himself in the wall, trying absolutely everything he can to get a run on Hartley, but that's killed any chance that he has. But God, he had to save that quickly. Excuse my little outburst there.
Leon Wright, yeah, he's down to 20 kilometres per hour. Yeah, he's
through the final corner. Oh,
here comes then
sideways.
Oh, he's out of fuel.
Hartley's out of fuel.
Yeah, he's out of fuel.
Hartley's out of fuel, and Giuseppe Iannucci wins at Sebring.
Oh, wow.
Hartley. Heartbreak for Hartley. Joy for Iannucci. And Schwenke finishes second in the end.
Just double check actually that he had a problem with fuel.
It was.
He definitely did. I could hear him spluttering. Yeah. Another little
John
battle
Allen's
going
out
on
of
though.
gas as well.
Tyler McFarlane and Richard Losbert, they're still going at it. 0.6 of a second between them. Maybe a late move.
How
Another
many
place
races,
for Richard?
How many races, Alex, have we seen of the last few weeks where fuel has been the deciding factor?
Yeah, so many.
For the final corner then, and it is going to be Tyler McFarlane that's going to finish in, I believe he's going to come across the line and finish in 24th place, which is 7th in class, 8th for Richard Losper there.
Yeah, good work in the end for Losper. Started 30th, finished 25th in a 5.
Mike Dam, I think literally the last car across the line, he's going to finish in 16th place after probably leading for a brief moment.
Mike Dam's car absolutely knackered. Done well to make it to the end, really.
Wishing his car was built like the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
That's probably bad, but yeah.
Probably wouldn't. Well, this one would probably leak quite profusely, I would imagine, after the impacts from the crash. Yeah, I think
brilliant
pretty
race.
much
Brilliant
everybody's
race.
finished.
Brilliant race, I have to say. The Mustangs and the Mazda MX-5s both providing battles all the way right through to the end. Usually we see in some of the multi-class racing that we broadcast here on Apex Racing TV that all the battles that we have all get split apart and settle down after the pit stops. But no, they all came back together again after the pit stops, and yeah, we're in for a brilliant finish to the race.
Yeah, great finish to the race. Adam, if you could take us through the finishing order then, please.
Okay, so Travis Davis takes the win. Second, 2 winners from the first 2 races then. Travis Davis in the opening race meeting of the season finished in 5th at Daytona, so able to get a win here today at Sebring. Second for Clint Vigus, an 8th place finish at Daytona. 2nd place finish here, so good result from him. Russell Ruddock, 12th to 3rd place. Fantastic drive through the field from him, again in 9 positions. Pasquale Iannucci finishing in 4th, Stephen Thomas 5th, Kevin Ford 6th, 7th David Jacques dropped down a few positions there during the race. Brendan Whitworth finishing in 8th, Jeff Jacobs in 9th, and Michael Burgett's rounding out the top 10. Tyler Schiffler finishing in 11th place in the end. Him and Mike Dam colliding with a lapped Mustang, in fact, at one point during the race, which really scuppered his chances of taking the victory. Led early on as well. Chad Osborne finishing in 12th, Chad McDonald as well finishing in 13th. Robert Brist in 14th, Mike Dam suffering greatly as well. He probably picked up the most damage after that contact. He finished in 15th place. Leon Wright a lap down in 16th, ran out of fuel at the end. Still would finish a lap down though, so should still get some points. Ryan Tibbetts finishing in 17th place in his Mustang. Giuseppe Iannucci then wins the Mazda MX-5 category, taking it in the final corner after Rob Hartley dramatically ran out of fuel. Travis Schwenke also pipping Hartley to 2nd place. John Allen finishing in 4th place. He wasn't able to benefit from that late misfortune for Hartley. David Payton finishing in 5th place in the Mazda MX-5s. 6th for Scott Kennedy. 7th Tyler McFarlane. 8th Richard Losper. 9th Geordie Fike. No, I lie, it's Christopher Henn in 9th, and then 10th for Geordie Fike. 11th for Mike Taylor. 12th Edgar Sancinelli. 13th for Daniel Kruger. 14th Michael Key. And then after that, you've really got cars that were in issues during the race. Richard McClure in his Mustang along with Scott Brooks. Raymond Bader Jr., Matthew Katila, Jennifer McDonald, James Gonnier. Then Dries Nice, 38th, 7 laps down. Logan Mitchell in 39th in his Mustang, along with Tori Tesla. Aaron Groskopf, who was involved in the three-car collision with Mike Dam and Tyler Shiflett. And Chris Torman out early on, finished in 42nd place in his Mazda MX-5.
And then, excellent race there we had. And, well, some of the race winners joining us in the commentary box. So, Alex, I believe you've got Travis Davis with you.
I have indeed. TD, congratulations, mate. Great race from yourself today. Just tell us how you're feeling right now.
Oh, I feel good, Alex. It's good to see you, and good to be with you guys again. Good race. I mean, it had a little bit of luck, but felt comfortable. Didn't do the very best. Normally, I never do during qual, but felt like that. I was stout enough to be up there with the guys. Didn't know about winning it, but strong field. I mean, you got Clint and Mike Dam and Tyler Shiflett. I mean, them guys are tough. So. It's never easy, but I was able to get lucky and get through traffic a little bit better, and I think I had a pretty good pit stop, so everything worked out in my favor tonight. Good to get a win again. First one of the season, obviously, but good to be here.
And does that win give you some motivation to go on and see about potentially getting another title?
Well, that's the plan. We'll just see how it works out. Nothing's easy here. These guys are awful tough. So we just have to take week by week and try to put the hours in and the practice in, and just got to bring your A game every time. You can't never let your guard down with these guys because they're really, really fast and clean and just a great club to be in.
And obviously, we moved from Sebring over to Laguna Seca, quite a different circuit. Obviously, Sebring has a fantastic flow about it, a fair bit of room, some reasonable straights, opportunities to get a good run and get some overtakes done. Where Laguna, obviously, very, very tight and twisty. The straights are very short. It's going to be very difficult, I would imagine, to overtake there. You're kind of going to be waiting for mistakes. How does that circuit suit you?
I've always done pretty good Laguna. I like it. I like a driver's track. I mean, it's you can't get by with a lot. It's tight, so you really got to do some thinking ahead and kind of watch how everybody's moving and plan your overtakes. So I really like Laguna. So looking forward to being there. Obviously, we've never ran there with this many cars before, so it's really going to be tight when we're there next week. So it's going to be interesting, but truly looking forward to it.
Cool.
Always a
Good
time.
Yeah. Going to be traffic. I think is going to be the main thing that you guys are going to deal with. Such a short lap, so you're going to be like you say, with a big grid, you're going to be in and amongst it.
You're going to be in traffic the whole entire time there. I mean, you're just hardly ever going to be able to get out of it. And the thing is, you've got to be really patient there because the Mazdas are able to get through that track just about as fast. I mean, they're just able to carry so much more speed, and so you just have to tuck in behind them and roll with it, and be patient. And a lot of guys ain't, and they push it, and the Mustang just don't handle like that Mazda on them tight corners. So it'll be a good time, good race.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, TD. Before we let you go, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to truly thank Ricmotech, Frank, for sponsoring the league. We appreciate him and the great services that he brings along with it. He's a sponsor of mine as well, and he puts a great product out, stands behind his product, and truly like to tell him thanks. We appreciate having him on board. Grateful to have you guys on board, new to us, and a lot of guys are new to you guys, but I know you on a personal basis, Alex, and I have kind of the great honor to have you guys part of it. We really appreciate all you've done and such a great job. You guys are doing such a great job. I mean, everybody that I've talked to, just noticed the difference of how things are run, and that's just what we like. We like to hear that and like to see the numbers improve every week, so have a better following, and truly want to tell you guys thanks. We appreciate it, and like to thank tell my wife hello tonight. She since you guys started broadcasting, I guess she started watching, so she's in there, I guess, watching it, and like to tell her thanks, and grateful to have her along with my side. So besides that, thanks Rick Donovan, for the owner of Extreme, and of course Kevin Ford, Jeff Jacobs. Can't say enough about them. The hours they put in to let this be possible.